Did Catherine, aka Kate Middleton, the Princess of Wales, lie about her cancer? Before I get accused of being clickbaity and being insensitive, please watch the full damn video. Because in my view, I do not believe this rumor. I do not believe this story. I believe Kate Middleton does have cancer, but I do have questions, and that's what we're about to get into. But before we get into the rest of this video, I want to say thank you to everyone for subscribing to my channel, helping me reach 7,000 subscribers, and listen, I appreciate all the support and love you guys always been showing me for the past year and a half. I've been doing this type of content, so thank you so much. But guys, we are on the road to 10,000 and beyond. So make sure if you're not following me, you subscribe to this channel. Just hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share this video. And we're gonna keep growing, guys, and we're gonna keep doing this content, and we're gonna keep calling out the nonsense. Now let's get back to this video. So UK journalist Rihanna Mills, who's a part of the infamous Royal Rota, did this segment a few months ago.
Prince William has given an update on the Princess of Wales's health. Kate revealed in September she had completed chemotherapy after the discovery of pre-cancerous cells in March.
So just to start, Rihanna is a very respected UK journalist. Like, even though she's part of the Royal Rota, she is one of the very, very few who doesn't have really a bias. She's really much in the center. She does her job. She's very respected. So for her to put this out there, there is a lot of questions about this. Because in this article from the Daily Beast, which was yesterday, it says conspiracies run wild and it's reported Kate never had cancer. The doctor in this article did make it very clear. There is a difference between having pre-cancerous cells and having cancer. Both of them are not interchangeable, meaning it's not tomato and tomato. And then this is not something that you can just have a slip of the words, which we often do as human beings. And to be very clear, this segment from Rihanna came out in September, but it's just not making its rounds around the internet. So what is the truth? Here's my opinion. Listen, Rihanna, she is not a journalist, so she's not one of those people who just do clickbaity stuff. However, I do think that people do not understand that these publications, these legacy news channels, because she is part of Sky News, they are run by very powerful people, big corporations, and big CEOs. And a lot of times, especially recently, where everything has been so clickbaity, these people are aware of those SEO words, and they know the things that can get people to start watching their shows, click on their articles, and watch their videos, and they don't care if it gets them negative or positive press. Because if it's not making dollars, it doesn't make sense. And sometimes I think that certain things are allowed just to get people to start talking. Because unfortunately, legacy media, I won't say it's a dying art, but I will say that less and less people are starting to watch it. But then there is another side to this coin. This story is growing. So the palace hasn't come out and said anything, and I don't think they will unless it gets out of hand. But Rihanna is very, very respected in her field, and she's part of that Royal Rota. So did she reveal something that she wasn't supposed to reveal? That is another question. And that's why I said at the top of my video, I do have questions. Because we do know sometimes these journalists will reveal something when they wasn't supposed to, and then immediately they correct it. I do believe Kate has cancer. I don't see how a person can lie about that. And as the doctor said, you can't interchange pre-cancerous cells with cancer. Two totally different things. I do see this being a situation where, hey, the palace will try to ignore it, hoping it goes away. But unfortunately, we live in this time where the internet will keep going, especially after this current election. I do advise all my Sussex supporters, Sussex Squad members, to be very careful how you pursue this story. I totally get it. I get why a lot of you be angry about like stuff like this, because you feel that they did it to Meghan, so I'm going to do it to them. And sometimes I'm in that same mind frame as well. But with stuff like this, you have to be very, very cautious. Even though this story wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this journalist. And I think this is very important to make clear. This isn't the first time that stuff like this has happened. A lot of people have misconstrued the reason that those stories about Prince William, alleged affair with that lady Rose, came out because of the Sussex Squad. That is not true. That story came out because journalists. And a lot of times, a lot of these stories that is on the internet only, not in mainstream media, is because certain journalists will say certain things, put certain things out there, and then they hide their hands and let the quote-unquote trolls do the bidding or do their work. I just don't want Sussex Squad members and Sussex supporters getting accused or being used as scapegoats for the negligence of certain journalists when they should be doing their job correctly. I definitely don't want you guys to be used because legacy media is struggling to get those views and those clicks. So they're doing everything and saying anything to get you guys to fall in their trap. But if it does come out that Kate Middleton has precancerous cells, then they will have to answer for that. And at that point, I'll leave it up to God.